Your eyes sweep the receiving table and all the gifts there. Isn't it impolite to attend a wedding without bringing a gift? But what do you have that would make suitable gift? You take out the bottle of wine you first got in the hotel, and you put it on the table. It's like it was meant to be a wedding gift all along. Well, that's that then. You hurry down the aisle, determination in your every step as you confront the trio on the dais.
Oh, I'm so glad you could join us, Vanessa. James and I have gotten married so many times already. We've never had a priest and a maid of honor before.
Just what the hell is going on here? You let my uncle go!
Vanessa, surely you put some of it together by now, haven't you? Or are you really that stupid?
I'm not stupid. I'm pissed off. Marissa steps closer to you, leaving your uncle lingering there, bleary-eyed in a cage at the altar beside Father Carmichael.
All right then. Tell me who I am.
You're Silent Hill.
So, you haven't killed every one of your brain cells? That's right. This town and I are one.
But how? How can a town be a person?
Funny, that's just what Father Carmichael wanted to ask me. He's been trying to hunt me down for ages, and you finally led him to me. Since you've both worked so hard to get here, I'll tell you a story. Once upon a time I was free, a being sleeping under the land like a dark reflection. There was no pain, no loneliness, no anger or fear, no consciousness at all. I simply was, and it was good. But then new people came with new ideas. They wanted to shape me, to worship me, to give me form, to make me do their bidding.
Marissa steps forward towards you as her image shimmers and changes.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl who nobody loved. Everyone hated her, called her names, and beat and bullied her. And finally they burned her up in order to bring their God in this world. But she didn't die, because the God really did go into her. And with the power of the God, she sends part of her soul to be reborn, wishing only for someone to love and care for her. And her wish came true. She had a wonderful, loving daddy far away from this town. But even then, a part of her was still here, and that part laid for years, suffering and suffering with the God inside her. Until one day she called out, and her other half came home, and her daddy came too. And her daddy fought through all her fear and her anger, and all the people who wanted to hurt her, because he loved her so much. And he made her whole. He saved her and took her home, even with a part of me inside her. But I can't leave. I can never leave this place. I am this place. This is hell, and I am hell, and I am in hell. Isn't it a funny story? Aren't you glad you know it?
It feels like you're in a trance. You can't move. Is this her power, or just the result of your shock, holding you in place?
You don't have anything to say? You don't like my story? Well, I don't like it either. The people here made me a monster, and I've punished them for it again and again. Just like I punish anyone who comes here with darkness in their heart. Because that's who I am. That's all I have. That, and watching the people of town who are so happy, going on their vacations, at the amusement park, at the hotel, by the lake. Even now, I can see them. All their happiness, their love, things I could never have. But then, one day, your uncle came to my borders. And there was darkness in his heart, sure enough. But there was good, too. No matter what his intention in killing her, he really did love Mary. Oh, so much. He came here with her body to kill himself. He was so sad at what he had done. And I thought, what if I could be Mary? Why couldn't I? In my borders, reality is what I say it is. I could be whoever I wanted. I'd be the best Mary I could be, the exact Mary he wanted. Better than the real Mary. And I was, for a while. But he always remembers, somewhere deep down, that I get sick and he gets sad. And we play our twisted game like a pretty little dance, over and over again. Oh, I don't know how many times. But for a little while, every time, we're happy. And then you came along, trying to spoil everything, trying to take James away from me, and I hated you. I didn't even want to punish you at first. I just wanted you to leave. But you wouldn't go. Of course I wouldn't go. I had to get my uncle. Of course. That's when I realized. You and I are so very much alike.
Marissa puts her hand on your warm cheek.
It's almost uncanny when you think about it. I guess you're not wrong. We're both hurting. We both love James. Why don't you stay here with us? Do you really have anything to go back to? Anything you care about out in the world? I didn't think so. I know you, Vanessa. I can see your desires and your fears. Stay here with me, Vanessa. We could be friends. We could even have a double wedding.
The cages fall and your uncle steps out of it. Carmichael, who looks dazed, stays where he is. James comes towards you. There's a soft smile on his face as he reaches out. The idea pulls at your heartstrings, but after you've come all this way, how can you accept? Marissa, how could you even say that? It was being here. It was you that made me realize what a terrible thing I did to Uncle James. But this is worse. It's not real love. It's just living a delusion. You're keeping James, living a lie, living out his worst memory over and over, just so you can play house. I don't have to listen to this. No, but you should. You said it yourself. We're alike. We both want somebody to love. But James loved Mary. And she's gone now. And we all have to move on. I'm tired of being trapped in this cycle of obsession and regret. Isn't he? Aren't you? Maybe you're stuck here. That doesn't mean you have to do this. I'm sure you can find someone who would care about you without having to pretend to be someone you're not. Maybe you just have to look. But I have to. We have to let go. As you reach out to her, the ground starts to shake, and everything around you begins to wobble and deform. Marissa has her head in her hands and is sobbing. Vanessa? Is that you? Uncle James? Where? No. It was like in a nightmare. You shouldn't be here. It's not safe. I know. I came to find you. I shouldn't have, but I did. I just want to tell you I'm sorry for what I did. Vanessa. No, it's okay. I know it was wrong. You don't have to forgive me. But now we can get out of here. She's been keeping you. She? Maria? No. I've been keeping her prisoner too. The world is starting to crumble and fade into darkness around you. Vanessa, you have to go. What about you? He shakes his head. Not yet. Amidst the thunderous noise and shaking, you hear the sound of an engine. Your own car pulls up, with Evelyn at the wheel. Vanessa, we gotta go! You look back for just a moment and see your uncle holding Marissa's hands. You get into the car. Wait, is that your uncle? Yeah, come on, let's go. But I can't tell him what to do, you know? Whatever you say, girlie. The tires squeal as Evelyn throws the car in reverse and wheels it around heavily before slamming on the gas. There's a lurch, and you slam backward in the seat as the car leaps forward as fast as a four-door sedan can. Hang on tight! You whip away from your last look at your uncle, facing forward and bracing yourself as Evelyn punches the car through something. One moment you're facing a seemingly solid wall of fog, then all of a sudden Evelyn throws on the brakes, nearly slamming into a car seeing the red stoplight in the bright sunshine. The driver seems pretty pissed. But you don't care. You made it. You and Evelyn throw your arms around one another, laughing hysterically.
You see that, girlie? You see the sun? I see it. I see it. Yes.
Traffic starts moving again, and now the guy behind you is pissed too. But who cares? You're free. Evelyn slowly pulls into traffic, taking long, calming breaths.
I can't believe we did it.
God, I need a smoke.
Me too. Oh, I need to call my mom.
She doesn't live in town, does she?
No, she doesn't.
Great. How about we go see her instead?
You know what? That sounds like a plan.
You light Evelyn and yourself a cigarette, settle in for the drive. You look back in the mirror, briefly saying goodbye to the town. You couldn't save your uncle, but maybe someday he'll find the strength to leave himself. You'll say a prayer for him. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Good blessing, Jing Sheet. Thanks for playing.